Hello everyone! In today's video I'll be going over my entire NG models collection, all 17 models. I'll be reviewing them in a chronological order in which I got them. I'll try to make it a little bit shorter, but I'll be showing some of the details of every model. So without further ado, we'll get started here. This is my first NG model ever, this American A321 in the Stand Up to Cancer livery. So of course, very special model to have. Of course, American A321, very, very useful. Also, the livery sentimental to me. Definitely a very nice model. Good introduction to NG models too, because I knew they were good, but I never had one before this model. And after seeing this, I immediately fell in love with NG models, and this is why. This model is just absolutely gorgeous. And it'll go down in history as my first NG model ever, and also one of my favorite models in my collection in general. So great job NG on this one. A lot of great details on it. Just a gorgeous model here, of course, and it has been used a lot in these airport updates. So really awesome to have this model, and good job NG. They did a phenomenal job on this one. My second NG model ever, right here, this Swoop 737-800. You can already tell that there is a little bit of damage on the nose there, a little bit of paint chip, and that was my fault. It did not come like that. Also the landing gear, which I don't get it on these 737-800s by NG, how the landing gear falls off so easily, because that's happened on a lot of my NG 737s, where this landing gear I roll a little bit and it just pops right off. So I don't really get what's up with that. But still a beautiful model, and to ignore the front half, or well, not even front half, a little exit door, front door and up, really. Swoop titles look absolutely gorgeous. To move to the back here, I don't need to use this in any of my airports, but it's still a nice model to have. It's just a fun livery too, and I've gone to Tampa a lot, and Swoop is one of the airlines there. I don't think I've ever seen it at Tampa though, but in all my years of going to Tampa, I've always seen the Swoop sign on the baggage claim or whatever, and it's just cool to have a model now, and it really is a nice model. So good job NG on this one. I'm gonna say good job NG a lot here, even though I've gotten more broken NG models than Gemini. But here's the next one, the United 737-800 in the Star Alliance livery. You've seen this one a lot, just like the American A321. This one also has a landing gear issue, but this time on the main gears, both of them are missing, which is pretty sad. And it's just really hard to glue the gear back on. I still have them, I just never bothered to glue them back on, but still a very beautiful model here. Of course, with the SATCOM dome and the antennae and everything, very detailed. So other than that landing gear issue, this one is amazing. This is one that I was really excited about getting. Of course, the Star Alliance livery. I always wanted to get one in the Star Alliance livery for United. Similar to how I want to get a Delta Sky Team, and I just haven't been able to. It's still a very beautiful model here. I think AJ did a great job once again on this one. There are no paint chips or anything really on this one, even after I've had it for over a year. So really good job NG there. Move on here to another 737-800. I mean, a lot of 737s has a hair attached to it. I get to move that out of the way here. But here it is, the Sunwing 737-800. So I do miss the old Sunwing livery with the blue. I think that was better than this one, but I'm trying to grow up a Canadian collection, even though I can't really use this in any of my airports. Still really awesome model here. Just a 360 view again. This model is basically perfect right now, even after I've had it for I think a year, or almost a year. Still in pristine condition. Maybe the logo's a little bit off there, but other than that, there's been no landing gear falling off, no antenna, no anything. So This is an absolute gorgeous model by NG. You can see all the landing gears are fully intact there for now. So very nice. Of course, a beautiful orange there. I kind of miss the blue though for Sunwing, but still a very nice model there. And I'll do 4 of the 17. Next up here, one of my favorites, Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. What a gorgeous model. I've always wanted Southwest 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. Of course, the Gemini 2014 is the one that I was mainly looking after, but you know, that's super hard to find. So I was willing to settle for this. Wish it didn't have the scimitars, but I'm okay with that. Still a gorgeous model, and I absolutely needed to get it this the moment it came out, because you know, this livery is just phenomenal by Southwest. Absolutely love it. I'm sad that that is going away. And of course, it has the beautiful Southwest.com winglets. If I can get it to focus on those, which I can't. There we go. I don't know what's so satisfying about this livery. It's just so satisfying, and one of my favorites in all of aviation, along with the United Continental Globe livery. This one is definitely one of my all-time faves. So great job, Southwest. Great job, NG models. This one did have issues though. Actually, let's go to, you can see there that massive paint chip there. That wing came loose, and it would you can just basically rip it off. So this model's had some issues, some QC issues. This is where I started getting the QC issues for NG. Yeah, because a little tug on the wing would just rip it right off, and unfortunately that paint chip along with it, and it came like that, and that was not caused by me after the fact, which is quite unfortunate. This is where I started to get a few QC issues with NG. And this is just the first example of which, but this is also the worst example as well. So at least it didn't get worse than that. And then we'll move on here to another 737-700. That is the United 737-700 in the Evo Blue livery. Another gorgeous model right here. Of course, with the United Billboard titles in the new livery. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I think NG did a great job of representing the tail here. This might be the best out of all my Evo Blue models, which is not that much, but you know, it's still really nice. Definitely have used this one a lot as well. Of course, I still have plenty of these in the Continental Globe livery, and I did not get the Continental Globe, which was in the same release as the Southwest 737-700. It was for that reason, because I preferred to get the Southwest over the United. But I'm so glad to get this one, because it's another model in the Evo Blue collection, and it's a United 737-700, so 2-for-1 deal right there. Continue going, moving down here, we have this Alaska 737-700, or 700. I'm still used to saying the 700. This is a 900. Another absolutely gorgeous model that I've used quite a bit. This one also unfortunately had some QC issues when I first got it. The tail here had fallen off, but that might have been due to shipping. I'm not quite sure as to why it was like that, because I've never seen that on any of the other NG models. So that could have been shipping or just a QC issue, and now it's glued. There's barely even any glue residue, so that was a good glue job by me. So I'll pat myself on the back for that one, but it looks pretty nice now. And this model has turned into an absolutely gorgeous model after the gluing. So great job by NG on this one. And other than the tail issue, which I don't know if that was even their fault, I don't know if that was just shipping. But you could hear it like rattle around in the box that it was broken, which is kind of sad. But yeah, gorgeous model here. And we'll move on. Here is the, this might not even fit on here, I'll just scroll back a little bit. Here's the Etihad 7879 in the Formula One livery. So I'm a Formula One fan, as you probably could tell by some of the comments. But I am a big Formula One fan, I would say. big Max Verstappen fan, and the McLaren F1 team, I suppose Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris I both really like. So it was cool to get this model. Of course, it combines airplanes with Formula One. And I don't even know if the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix happened in 2020, because it says there 2020, but that might have been canceled due to, the Rona. So I don't even know if this happened, but it's still cool to have the livery. And of course, they've continued the tradition now. It says 2022, I believe. So I think Etihad and Formula One have had a good partnership for a long time, I think. And now Saudi Arabian Airlines has the Formula E livery. So they're continuing with that. So of course, Formula E is an electric car version of Formula One, which is pretty cool. But no one's made a model of that one yet, so that's I've not gotten that one. It's so really cool here for this Etihad 7879. Do just the 360 view again. Actually, the engines are pretty cool because they have the F1 logo on them, so really nice there by NG. Here we have the Ethiopian Airlines 7879. This is the Beijing version. They have the London and the Beijing version, and you can see right there, this is the Beijing version. I don't know why I got this. I think it was just because they had a discount for Panda Fox toys, and I decided to use it, and this is the only thing that really caught my eye, so I decided to get it. I don't really have a purpose for it. I don't use it in any of my airports, but Ethiopian 789. Really nice livery, though. I think NG did a great job on this one. This one's had no issues with it whatsoever, so very nice here. I just love the tail on the Ethiopian Airlines livery. It's a very nice tail. And we'll move on now. So moving further and further back in my reach here, I just have them kind of stacked up on a line here. Next up, we have this Philippines A350-900. This is in the Love Bus livery, and another gorgeous model. I would have preferred it to just be a regular livery, but so glad to get a Philippines A350. And you've seen it at Guam, and that's pretty much my only use for it. I actually like the Philippines livery. The tail on the Philippines livery is just beautiful. And of course, it has a Philippine Airlines belly there. And also the winglet, look at that. Not gonna want to focus, but it's there. So this is I believe my second of two A350 models. I'll hopefully get some more in the future. Unfortunately, Delta doesn't fly the A350 to MSP, which is quite sad, because that would be really nice to see the A350 fly here to MSP. But still glad to have some A350 models for South African and for Philippines here. That's from the NG version. So very nice. And then next up here, this one's kind of become infamous. We have the ASL Belgium 757-200 completely blank livery. So of course I use this one as the Asia Pacific Airlines cargo 757-200 that they fly to Guam. And I just decided to use this one because it's clearly blank and I don't have an Asia Pacific Airlines aircraft. So I don't know why I wanted this one. Just kind of, I guess I thought it was kind of cool because it was just completely blank. And I guess a lot of cargo airlines just have completely blank liveries. But I don't know why I wanted this one in particular. I just got it for Christmas a year ago, or well, not even a year ago. That was 7 months ago, and I don't know. A pretty cool model though, and I've been using it at Guam for every update, so continue to use that one. And then here is arguably my favorite model, the Maryland Southwest Airlines 700 in the Maryland 1 livery. This one's also had its fair bit of QC issues. Of course, the antenna there on the top keeps wanting to fall off, so I'm not going to try to tip it over. This one has had issues with the wing and such, and this one I can't glue. This wing is just I can't glue that. It's too little. So this is now, of course, my favorite model. Gorgeous livery. Of course, it has that QC issue, which is pretty sad because it is so beautiful. I can't rip the wing out to reglue it, and it wants to stick, but it can't stick. It's infuriating. Next up here, Delta belly. So that means we have the Delta A330. There's been way too much here. There you go, Delta A330. I'm just kind of filling up the Kalamazoo table with more and more models here. It's going to be tough to find space anymore. But another gorgeous model. This has been used a lot of MSP, and it will continue to be used a lot of MSP because they get a lot of A330s here to MSP. But another gorgeous model, very big asset to have here, as I used it a lot. And of course the Delta belly is just beautiful. So no QC issues, no nothing with this one. So very nice model. Super happy to have this one in the collection, of course. Only 4 more to go. Here is the United 737-200. This one, of course, has the weird thing where this winglet is correct with the Continental Globe winglet, and this one is in the Evo Blue winglet. As you can see, there's no gray there, which is really weird with this model. I don't know why it's like that. But we got the United Continental Globe livery, so for NG models I have their Continental Globe livery, their Evo Blue livery, and the Star Alliance, so I kind of have the trifecta there for United. And I want to get the Eco Skies livery too, so another gorgeous model here for United and NG models, except for the winglet thing, which I don't really know why it's like that. Why are you like that, plane? And of course, these 3 are from the latest massive unboxing, so I won't go too much in detail with them. But here's the American 737-800. That top antenna, once again, on here is loose. Of course, this has the new winglets. Another gorgeous model here that's going to be used a lot in the future because this is my only American 737-800, and they find the 737-800s everywhere. Final 2 here. Here is Missouri 1. Or Missouri, as some say. And I saw this one in person at Phoenix, of course. That's another gorgeous model. Of course, the Missouri 1 livery is absolutely beautiful. Another one that I had to get immediately when it came out. But maybe even more immediately, our final NG model, if I can reach all the way out to the last one, this Sun Country 737-800 in the Transavia hybrid livery. It doesn't matter if they don't have this currently in the Sun Country fleet. I had to get this one because it is a Sun Country model. When a Sun Country model comes out, I have to get it with now a caveat, but still amazing, gorgeous model. Will be used a lot at MSP, mainly, and pretty much nowhere else, but you know, still awesome to have a Sun Country model in the collection. At least an 800 that's not that shape waist custom, looks kind of ugly. So we have the Transavia hybrid livery, which unfortunately I do not have currently in the fleet, but we got, you can use it as both. If I ever do European airport, I can use this as Transavia, but gorgeous model here. No QC issues or anything with this one, so another awesome model to have. So that'll do it for all the NG models here. We had a mess here on this table. Doesn't want to focus, but you know, okay, it really does not want to focus. Come on, there we go. So we got all the NG models here. So I think we're checking out this short review of all the NG models, but it turned into a long review because I have so many. 17 and counting. So NG Models is a great company. Definitely better than Gemini, and even though I've never received a broken Gemini jet in my life, which is, don't know how my luck has worked out for that one. I guess I've not bought the models that come broken most of the time. I guess Gemini has definitely improved their quality control over the past year, but you know, Gemini is kind of they're famous for their QC issues, but hopefully that does not happen that I receive any more broken models. But if I were to receive a broken model, I hope it's Gemini, because that would just be funny. You know, broken Gemini Jets models can just be an excuse for good content, I guess. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.